On this channel, we usually compare tech services with deep research, but today, I'm signing up for Aura and LifeLock in real time to show you how they actually work. And you'll watch as I put them through 3 real-time tests to see which is better, not on paper, but in practice. So why are we comparing Aura and LifeLock? Simple. They're 2 of the most widely known identity theft protection brands, and they dominate most top 5 lists online. Both offer similar core features like credit monitoring, fraud alerts, and insurance coverage, but the way they deliver those features is very different. This is Aura. I'm excited to see what Aura has to offer. Personally, because I'm here and I don't have my wife's information on me, I would just be signing up for individual. So I'm going to use my business email, the one that I use for business. What's my name? All right, guys, don't look. After entering your email and your name, you have to enter your street address. Now you have to put in the actual sensitive information, starting with phone number. So this is where you'll have to pay. Do I suspect that any of my passwords have been leaked online? I gotta tell you, I'm not great about securing my passwords, and I definitely don't reuse them. So by adding this, I'm adding this banking account, my checking account, to my vault. Your vault is all the information you want locked down by Aura. Just think of it that way. Anything that you would secure in a vault, that's what you're giving to Aura to monitor and secure for you. So I'm adding this checking account to my vault. Checking account was the most important. I obviously am going to go back in and add more to my vault because I want to be better secured. But for now, let's just get to the dashboard. I have one critical alert. My password for drizzly.com appeared in the data leak. And that's important because back in the pandemic, I was using Drizzly a lot. Let's take a look. They're monitoring the dark web. 188 removal requests. At times, Aura's interface can be a little confusing. There were times where it seemed like I was going to where I could interact with my vault, when in reality, all I was going to was the area where you can monitor the activity from your vault. Is it terrible? No. Is it maybe a little annoying? A little bit. I'm not gonna sign up for all of these right now, but it's important that you know that you can, and you should, because all of these things are worth monitoring. If it's worth stealing, it's worth protecting. I'm signing up for LifeLock. What I'm noting immediately is that the packages seem a little, I don't know if muddy is the word, but instead of, individual, couple, family, I have standard individual, ultimate plus individual, and then ultimate plus 2 adults. All right, well, we're gonna start with this standard individual membership. Great choice. Well, thank you, LifeLock. At least LifeLock doesn't mince words. They want your money, but they're gonna give you protection. How did you hear about us? Well, you heard about them right here on YouTube. Right? Dark web monitoring. I like these animations better than I liked Aura's, I gotta tell you that. Uh-oh, 1 password and birthday exposed already. Historical dark web notification. It is the same thing. So, Aura and LifeLock both found my password through drizzly.com. Okay, so they got quite a bit more than just my email, my phone number, my name. They got the password, I hope for Drizzly. They got the device name, which was probably my phone. The IP address, 32. It's not good. And I'll say this, I didn't even know all that with Aura. So not only did I not know about that, Aura alerted me to it, but didn't alert me to quite the depth. Now, these are all just initial scans, right? Neither site has done a complete dark web scan for my information yet, but the initial scan on LifeLock seemed to find more. One thing I'll say is that they're a lot more optimistic at LifeLock. They told me great choice when I made my selection, just like a personable waiter. Good news, you have no unread alerts. That is great news. It does seem like I have a lot of options right here at my dashboard. I can start freezing accounts from right here, which again, makes me feel better. I like that if I know I have a leak in a bank account, I can go right here and I can freeze that account immediately. Monitored info, if I click that, here we go. Now I can start updating info and adding info. So I don't have access to financial monitoring because I didn't pay enough. So again, positives and negatives to both sides. I actually am liking working on LifeLock. Like, it's easy, it makes sense. I'm not looking around for how to do things, I'm just doing it, which is great. But again, it seems like at every turn, they're like, here's this cool feature that you didn't pay for. Sorry, pay us more. Interface and sign up. The process goes to LifeLock. It was an easier process to sign up, and it was an easier process to go back in and add more after the sign up process. However, choosing the actual plan goes to Aura, not just because I think the plans are better, but understanding the plans was simpler with Aura. The way that they break their plans into separate bundles made more sense to me than LifeLock. So the actual process goes to LifeLock, but the actual product, I think, goes to Aura. All right, through the magic of cinema, it has been several hours, and I'm gonna see what LifeLock has found on the dark web. 23 data broker sites currently have my information for sale. Rad. Oh, but hey, they'll save time by letting them just do everything for me automatically. I wonder if any other platform would just do that automatically without asking to be paid an upgrade. Remove your information, or, oh, okay, yeah, just do all these steps, follow the steps on this different website. They're gonna direct me to the person who has my information and is selling it, and then they're gonna give me directions on how to ask them, pretty please, will you please stop selling my information? That's LifeLock's solution, or you pay for the upgrade and they'll do all that for you. I don't like that. I'm not gonna do all this. Hours of scrubbing later, and LifeLock hasn't found anything that they didn't find immediately. Take that for what it is, right? They found stuff immediately. What they found immediately was more than what Aura found immediately, but they never found any more after hours more searching. And I gotta tell you, as good as that makes me feel, it doesn't sound true. It doesn't feel accurate. So it's giving me a false sense of security. 45 critical alerts in the time, same amount of time that we gave LifeLock. Aura found 45 critical alerts. Password, oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look. Your password appeared in a data leak. Password appeared in a data leak. Password appeared in a data leak. I don't even know what these are. That is the password that date found 2017. Are you still using this password? Yes. Change your password, it says. Aura has already been helping me while I was busy going over things at LifeLock. Look at how many of these that Aura has already completed requests to remove for. Not told me that they were available to do, but I can go do it myself if I want to. They already did it. I also didn't ask them to. They just found it and did it. And I really, really like that. So we're gonna call both customer service for Aura and for LifeLock, and we're gonna ask them if I can find out what my password was for drizzly.com because that was the password that was leaked. We're also gonna see how long it takes me to talk to a person. So good luck to the team. Download and install. Well, let's see how fast I can even find the phone number. Download and install problem. Norton or Windows for Mac. Protect my identity. Manage my account. Norton Android purchase and build. I guess manage my account. This sucks. No, I don't want to ask the community. No, I don't want social support. Yes, chat support. Phone support. Good God, give me the phone number. What? After all this, I did get a phone number with an expected wait time, which is, I guess, nice. My information might be in trouble. My finances might be in trouble. And if I'm having a hard time dealing with your interface, I don't want to jump through a dozen hoops just to get to the point where I get the privilege to call you. I need to speak to a representative. Hi there, I recently signed up with LifeLock and I got a notification that my password for drizzly.com had been leaked. And I was wondering if you were able to tell me what that password is, because I can't see it on the website. That is an interesting offer, and I really appreciate it. Let me think on that, and I'll get back to you. Goodbye. Knew the upsell was coming. Knew the second he said, looks like you have LifeLock Standard. I was like, yep. I wonder if I will for long. I wonder if I'll be upgrading anytime soon.
So in contrast, let's find how to get to Aura's support.
Okay. Help Center, right there. At the bottom of literally any web page. That's how you do it, Aura. That's how you do it. That is how it should be. This is too important. I'd like to speak to a representative. So I just signed up for Aura today, and the first notification I saw was about a breach of my password, wondering if it was at all possible for me to find out what that password is. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. All I'm saying is it took me no time to find the phone number. It took me no time to navigate their phone menu. It took me no time to get talking to a person, going through and talking to both representatives. The Aura representative listened to what I needed, made a suggestion, just like the LifeLock representative did, also made a suggestion about how to make sure that I was being safe and protecting my information. But you know what they didn't do? Didn't try to upsell me. Both representatives were helpful. I would say the representative from Aura was more concise, more direct to the point, and did a better job of listening to what I wanted, what I was calling about, and actually addressing that, rather than just looking for an opportunity to push me into a sales funnel. It was a better experience and a more helpful experience going through Aura. If you're asking me which is the better service, which is the service that I will be keeping personally in my life going forward, Aura is the clear winner to me. Yes, their website can be a little confusing, but also not really. Once you find it the first time, you're like, oh, it's here when I thought it was here. I guess that's weird, but now I know, and I'll know the next time I come, and that's not an issue anymore. Aura also found more. It found a lot more than LifeLink found in the same amount of time. Aura was easier to get on the phone. Aura checks all 3 credit bureaus automatically, no matter what tier package you have. LifeLock, of course they didn't find as much. They're only checking 1 credit bureau. They may find all the other stuff that Aura found, but it may take them days later, and in that time, who knows how much more damage has been done to my credit, my good name, my bank accounts. Let me know in the comments, do you know something about LifeLock that I don't know that makes it so much better that it's worth being in the top 5 conversation right alongside Aura? Because to me, I would rather have a tool that's a little confusing to use, but very effective, than something that's very intuitive, but doesn't actually do its job.